It's an issue that really came to a head back in March when the governor stood next to this guy, Richard Short, a convicted embezzler, handing him a $9 million tax credit for a renewable energy company that he was promising to expand. Hours later, he was arrested again for fraud. It was a real black eye for the state. Now lawmakers are looking to change the way Michigan does business when it comes to giving out tax breaks and business incentives. Fox 17's Lauren Unger joins us from the newsroom with more tonight.
Christian, here's another deal that's under scrutiny. Hangar 42, the brand new film company in Walker. Now, critics are saying they're getting tens of millions of dollars in film incentives they may not deserve, thanks to loopholes in a system that has virtually no transparency. Tonight, lawmakers are working to fix that. Whether it's the big or the small screen, these days some of what you see is coming straight from Michigan. Pictures like The Gun featuring 50 Cent. Advocates say that's thanks in large part to the hefty tax incentives and subsidies Michigan offers. But some lawmakers say the incentives are also leaving room for abuse. They cite a recent report by the watchdog group Mackinac Center. In that report, the center says Hangar 42, a studio located in an old factory in Walker, shows the lack of transparency in the state's film credit payments, leaving room for abuse.
Whether or not this is one of those situations, we may have other situations where people are taking advantage of the state, taking advantage of other taxpayers, and basically ripping our taxpayers off.
So they're proposing two bills, one from Representative Justin Amash. If it passes, companies who are based in a tax-free zone won't be able to get any subsidies. The other's from Representative Tom McMillan. It would require the film companies to pay their vendors in full before they get any state money.
That we ensure that there's the least amount of scams going on, that these producers don't take the money and run.
In a step further, both Amash and McMillan say they'd like to see the film incentives eliminated entirely.
We're spending well over $100 million on film tax subsidies at the same time that schools are being cut, the promise scholarships are being cut, so this state should get its priorities straight.
But Janet Lockwood, the director of the Michigan Film Office, says that would be a mistake.
Keep the incentive. There's a small cadre of legislators, and I understand their point of view, that would like to do away with it, reduce it and so forth. Keep the incentive as it is for at least 2 more years and give the industry a chance to grow.
Assault rifles, shotguns.
A budding industry in a state divided on just how it needs to be nurtured. And when it comes to Hangar 42, we tried to contact them, but they didn't return our calls at this point. Now, lawmakers aren't saying that companies like Hangar 42 are doing anything wrong. They're just focusing on how the tax breaks are being handed out. And these bills are just a start. Christian, there's another one in the works that would force film companies to make tax statements public. That means they'd have to show exactly where they're spending that money.
That's it. You bring transparency in, people can make up their minds for themselves.
Absolutely, and that's really what everyone wants, I think, at the end of the day, that everything's out there in the open so we can see it.
All right, thanks a lot, Lauren.